When did you realize that some people truly deserve a special place in hell? My neighbor Mrs. Coleman babysat kids in her home for 20 years. Every parent on our street trusted her completely. She had this warm grandma vibe, always baking cookies. Her house smelled like vanilla and cinnamon. Kids loved going there. I was 14 when my mom asked me to pick up my 6-year-old sister from Mrs. Coleman's one afternoon. Mom was stuck in traffic, and Mrs. Coleman had a doctor's appointment. I got there 30 minutes early. The front door was locked, so I went around back. The sliding glass door was cracked open. I could hear kids crying inside. I peeked through the blinds first. 4 toddlers were sitting on the floor in the living room. No toys, no TV, just sitting there in complete silence except for one kid sniffling. Mrs. Coleman was in her recliner scrolling on her phone. When the crying kid made a noise, she snapped at him without looking up. "Shut it or you'll get another hour in the closet." My blood went cold. I stayed frozen, watching through the gap in the blinds. 5 minutes later, a little girl maybe 3 years old asked for water. Mrs. Coleman got up, filled a measuring cup with exactly 1 ounce, and made the girl drink it standing in the corner. "You get water every 3 hours. Stop being greedy." I started recording on my phone. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold it steady. Then Mrs. Coleman walked to the hallway closet and opened it. A boy, couldn't have been older than 4, was sitting in the dark on the floor. His pants were wet. He peed himself. She grabbed him by the arm and dragged him to the bathroom. "You're disgusting. Your parents pay me good money and you act like an animal." She made him stand in the bathtub fully clothed while she sprayed him with cold water from the shower head. He was sobbing, shivering, begging her to stop. She kept going for 2 full minutes. Then she put him back in the closet soaking wet. "That'll teach you to hold it like a big boy." I wanted to burst in right then, but I needed more evidence. My sister came into view. She was sitting perfectly still with her hands folded, not moving, not talking. Her eyes looked empty. I'd never seen her like that before. Mrs. Coleman's phone rang. Her whole demeanor changed instantly. "Oh, hello, Mrs. Peterson. Yes, little Marcus is doing wonderful today. We painted pictures and had story time. He ate all his lunch, such a good boy." She was staring right at Marcus while lying. He hadn't moved from his spot on the floor in 20 minutes. When she hung up, she announced snack time. The kids perked up slightly. She pulled out a sleeve of crackers, gave each kid exactly 2 crackers, and made them eat over the sink so they wouldn't make crumbs. Anyone who dropped a piece had to throw their remaining cracker in the trash. After snack time, she lined them up against the wall for quiet time. They had to stand facing the wall for 30 minutes without moving or making sounds. My sister's legs were shaking after 10 minutes, but she didn't dare sit down. Another kid started crying silently, tears rolling down his face. I kept recording everything. Mrs. Coleman went back to her chair and turned on her soap opera, volume blasting while these babies stood there suffering. She'd occasionally look up and bark at them to stop fidgeting. The boy in the closet started whimpering. Mrs. Coleman got up, walked over, and kicked the door. Every sound adds 10 minutes. He went completely silent after that. My phone's storage was getting full, but I couldn't stop recording. This had been going on for who knows how long. All these parents thinking their kids were having fun, doing crafts, playing games. Instead, they were being tortured by this monster. Mrs. Coleman finally let the closet boy out after an hour. His clothes were still damp. His face was red and swollen from crying. She made him apologize to the other kids for being a baby and disrupting their day. I texted my mom to come immediately and bring Dad. When they arrived 15 minutes later, I showed them the videos. My dad called 911 while my mom banged on Mrs. Coleman's door demanding my sister. Mrs. Coleman answered with her fake sweet smile, but it vanished when she saw my parents' faces. Police arrived within minutes. Child Protective Services showed up right after. Mrs. Coleman tried claiming the kids were playing a game, that the closet was a timeout space, that parents knew her discipline methods.